said it was a boring episode.
Well, let's just try and have fun. At least try and make jokes. Ready?
Jeff didn't even look that good.
You can talk about that. I know you will. You ready? All right. Welcome back to another episode.
Hello. No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Okay. And...
Okay. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Survival of the Contest with your hosts, Serpentina and
Kevin!
And no Milo again this week. Another week without
okay.
Milo. How do you feel about that, Kevin?
I'm sad.
I'm pretty sad too.
I think he brings a lot to the show.
I thought he did too. Like chewing on wires, making noises.
Taking your shoe.
Taking my shoes, taking the mic. That bitch loved to talk.
But you know what he made us do?
What?
He made us survivors.
He did make us start Survivor. He was the one that came up with that idea. And now he's not here.
I mean, use him and lose him.
Anyways.
Wow.
How did you feel about the episode?
It was not the most entertaining, but I think a lot happened.
A lot did happen, and that's how you could tell they're good editors.
It's good behind the scenes.
I don't think it was that they didn't have a lot happening. I just think that this cast, like these characters, aren't. They're just
sucks.
It's just not the. They're not. They don't have the personality.
Yeah, casting.
I wonder
shade, but they didn't do a great job this year.
The last one. So if you remember from episode 1, I was talking about season 41, but I was actually talking about season 42. So the season right before this one, they had phenomenal characters. Like the characters were really, really good. Each and every one of them brought something different.
Well, by characters you mean personalities, because they're real people.
But sure,
I mean,
but but also think of it as Drag Race. Like Fifi O'Hara isn't as manipulative and terrible. So, but in person, like,
I mean, editors take conversations out of context all the time.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But for the most part, they're boring because they're boring.
Oh.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So, who just? So it was Vessi, right? Vessi just came back. Lost the last one.
What's her name? What's her name?
Was her
Juliana?
name?
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Juliet.
No.
One of the J's. There's 2 J's in this one. It makes it a lot easier for us now.
Yeah, I know.
She thought she had the game.
She left. She thought she had everybody under her thumb. No. Out.
Too early. Too early to think that.
So we open to Cody talking about the bead situation with the Beware advantage.
Okay.
And how last minute he got Noelle's beads. So he has the immunity bracelet. Is that what we're calling it?
I guess. He got the immunity. He's good.
He's immune.
And honestly, he's the one with the most personality. And I'm
he's
actually
living.
I'm glad. Yeah, he's living, thriving, and succeeding, it seems like.
Yeah.
So far, it seems like he's in the lead.
I don't know if he's in the lead.
I mean, he has a good resume. I think, at least. Because he was able to do this Beware challenge.
He, I think, is the most daring.
Yeah. And then Jesse is over his island life. He's ready for an island divorce. No?
Yeah. No. I mean, the name of the episode was... What was it? It was I'll Sign the Divorce Papers. That was the name of the episode.
And he was ready to.
Well, I mean... He was a bitter island wife.
Yeah, but okay, at the end of this, I love Jesse. I'm a big fan of Jesse, but by the end of this episode, I was like, I don't see Jesse making it too far, and I'm not really liking his game. His game is kind of sloppy.
I think... I don't want to always sound negative, but I think Cody has the best game of that tribe.
He did, and then he lost it. He's at the bottom.
Cody?
Mm-hmm.
How is he at the bottom?
We'll get there.
Has the immunity bracelet.
Oh, so that actually put a big target on his back.
No one knows except Jesse. And they're working together.
That's why Jesse flipped on him. Because NECA went... I'll get there and I'll talk about it. And so, but at this point, Noelle feels like at the bottom of the tribe because she is.
Because she didn't know any of the plan about voting the person out last episode.
The last bitch, whatever her name was. I'm so sorry, Miss Character / Personality in the Red Tribe. She was beautiful, but she's gone and dead to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the girls, so we go to Baka, and the girls are talking about Kimmy Gibbler's physically deteriorating. And,
how he's burning out.
And I was talking about that last episode. I was like, if you're deteriorating and you're just, like, laying there, it's, like, not it.
You gotta go.
How did you feel about him?
I don't have a problem with him. I think he's the most personality on that tribe.
But in a bad way.
No, I don't think it's bad. I just think, okay, that tribe is a mess.
It really is. Okay, Baka is actually up in the air. Like, they're so scrambly. Like, it's so bad. And
they're like kumbaya, and then they're like, let's get... Like, they're all against each other, but they're all kumbaya when they're next to each other, which
is smart. I mean, that's how you play it.
Yeah, I guess.
And then Elle kind of gets on my nerves. I don't really like the way she looks. I don't like her eyes.
I
don't like her eyes.
She is after Gabler.
Yeah.
She wants him out. She wants him to forget that he has immunity, essentially.
Oh, yeah. But we haven't gotten there yet. Which was like... Or is it this one?
Yeah.
Which is like a weird kind of like thing. Like what was her strategy to do? Like, to be like, oh, you already lost it. But it's like, okay.
Small talk.
Yeah. I mean... But, okay, how do you feel about Sammy's game?
Well, let's go back a little. Sammy and Elle, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Ellie?
I think it's Elle.
And...
Ellie. I think it's Ellie.
And the other J name. They were talking about Gabler and who should go to him and find out if he still knows about the immunity.
Yeah, if his immunity still has
power.
And
Sam was like, I could go to him. And they're like, no, Ellie's closer to him, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, in his confessional, he's like, bitch, I'm with him.
He's like, bitch.
And then he goes...
Wait, so why do you think Sammy thought he was closer than
Because
Ellie?
they have, like, a guy's alliance.
Oh.
Because there's three of them and two of the girls.
So, after knowing what we saw happen, and then Sammy was also saying that he was the one that wanted to go, do you think he was going to actually be on their side and ask him, like, oh, do you
Not on their behalf. No. I think he was just trying to, like, shield Gabler a little bit. I don't know. But Sammy, before Ellie could go and talk to him, goes and fills him in on everything.
Which is good
smart
strategy? You think so?
I think that's smart.
Oh, because they're together?
Sammy.
Why?
Because then Sammy isn't as much of a threat
to
Gabler.
Because he has the knowledge.
Because he's giving him information, and now there's the new target for the guys. It's her.
So wait, is the guys' alliance that strong?
I don't think it's that strong. Because Owen is playing both sides.
Which is, I think, how I would play it.
I would not.
I mean, not really, like... How badly do you think he's doing Owen? Because I don't think he's doing that bad.
I don't think he's doing bad. I just don't think he's doing great.
I also don't think that he's playing both sides. I think he's on the girl side playing the guys. Wow. Sammy is on the guy side playing the girls.
Okay.
And I think the numbers are with the girls.
No, because there's only 2 girls and 3 guys.
2 girls, and in my perception, it's 2 girls and Owen, and then Sammy and the other guy. And Sammy's with them, but playing them.
But you know what?
What?
Owen's going to show his cards if he votes with the girls.
And then at that point, he has the numbers.
He may have the numbers until the switch.
But
and then everybody's going to be like, he can't be trusted.
And if Bessie falls into the bottom again, it's happening then. Because they're going to have like 3 people. So let's go to Coco. Let's just go to Coco.
Let's go to Coco.
What's happening on the Bechamel tribe? The tribe is singing happy birthday. They're
James's island birthday.
It's very kumbaya over there. It's very kumbaya.
On the outside.
Not even. I think it's like that's how they are. Because they're not in the bottom. They were in the top. They have no reason to scheme against each other.
I think we said it last time. But I think they haven't started to have to actually play the game yet.
Yeah.
Because they haven't lost any yet.
Yeah. And I think that's really good for them, at least to build a community. But then you also were saying...
I think it's going to be harder.
Why?
Because they're so kumbaya and they like everybody. when they do have to go to tribal council,
no one's gonna know what to do.
No, they're gonna know what to do. They're just gonna. It's gonna be harder to vote someone out because you have more of a bond.
But I mean, yeah, but you get rid of somebody, oh well, and then they're going to fall into a merge soon. And I think that if the Coco stays together, then they'll have a pretty strong.
I think if not the next episode, because 2 Vessi can go to each tribe, or what it's even. I think at this point, or after next episode.
Yeah.
It'll be an even number so they can split it in 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Coco was boring.
Coco was boring, and then Carla made it even more boring by she's like, I'm gonna have this idea. Oh wait, before that idol search,
James tells the whole tribe,
I want to get an idol. Like,
he's all, I'm gonna go search for. It's my birthday. I'm gonna go search for an idol, and everybody's like in their little private confessionals, like, bad idea to go alone. Da 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 da.
Bad idea to announce it. Bad idea to say something.
I think I've said this since week 1. Is this cast outside of Noelle is very forthright with information.
Yeah, Noelle played smart this week,
and people tell too much.
And I think that came with the idea of the tribe being so close that he felt comfortable enough to be like, let me just tell you my game. But it's like, why? I think you're forgetting that you're playing a game.
It's a game.
I think
survive, but also win $1 million.
And I think Carla's decision to go on the adventure and then to leave the Beware idol made it even so much more boring in that part.
She was nervous, but she saw 3 people in the ocean. James was sleeping. I don't know what the gay guy was doing.
Being gay. Voguing in the sand.
He was just playing Beyonce. So she ran off in the jungle, and I love the camera. Like, they're looking for it, they don't see it, and the camera, like, pans to it.
and then highlights it.
And highlights it, and then goes back to, like, the scene.
Okay, but imagine if you're playing the game, and you're like, I'm looking for an idol, I don't know. And you, like, look at the camera crew, and all the cameras are pointed in the trees. You're like, wait, you like, crack your neck.
Yeah, so she did find it, though. She turned around, looked up, and found it.
Because she saw the cameras pointing up.
And then she grabbed it. And she read that it was the Beware idol.
So, and that's her game at this point in the show has been so safe. She didn't pick up that risk in that first time she went to the island, and she's leaving the idol, Beware idol, right here again. How did you feel her playing so safe in the game?
It made me not like her a little bit.
Right, me too. It made me like very like.
So
what are you here to do?
She puts it back. Second guessed herself. She put it back. Went back to the tribe.
And then it went to Vessi.
Then it went back to Vessi. And NECA is twisting Dwight's hair.
Island wife.
The island wife.
That island wife was getting
And then she kind of gets to say her story.
Oh yeah, it was just NECA. It was just NECA's.
Which is a very telling reality show ploy when someone's probably going home soon.
True.
Because they all have storylines, they want to wrap them up.
Yeah, they wrapped her up pretty quickly. Which kind of made it worse. It was like, I want to save this money to help all of these people.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. But they were like, let's give her episode 3 to her whole thing and then kick her out. And get rid of her.
We'll see.
And that was pretty much it, because then it goes straight to Coco.
It goes back to Coco, and Carla and James are talking, and Carla's like, what if you found something? Would you, the Beware advantage, if there was one, would you open it? He's like, I don't know.
Which is smart. Like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do.
And then she, like, second guesses her decision.
She's like, I want to make my girlfriend
And then she goes,
because she's a
I'll be right
lesbian.
back.
Because she's a liberal lesbian. She thought about her girlfriend.
Lesbian. Was like, what would girlfriend do?
Lisbro?
Libsbro?
You said Lisbro.
Lesbros.
Oh, well, work.
She goes back and gets it and opens it. And we find out it's the same Beware advantage that Vessi had.
Yeah.
With the beads. But the blue beads are a lot nicer looking. Just saying. And
also, she played it off pretty well. Like,
she was smart.
This made me like her a lot, actually.
I have so much more respect for her. Like, she's my top person on Coco.
Yeah.
I know her name. Her name's Carla.
She's no longer liberal lesbian.
No. She's Carla, the liberal lesbian from Berkeley.
She upgraded to the first name basis on this show.
Right.
That's good. That's good. I'm not calling anybody by their name unless I respect them or want to fuck them.
But she was freaking out a little bit about the bead situation, but she recovered and
she starts bartering with her castaways.
She trades her earrings. She traded her turquoise bracelet.
She didn't trade her socks though.
No, he wanted to give her socks.
Do you want my stinky, gross, holy socks?
Something. She's not fucking your socks.
I don't want your fucking dirty socks.
Shark socks? I don't know. Anyway, she got everyone's. Yeah. The idol is complete.
Mm-hmm. And so now she has an advantage. Now she has a immunity.
She's immunity bracelet as well.
And she didn't tell anybody, right? I can't remember.
No.
Good.
Also, a good move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she did that all on her own. Nobody knows, and she's just sitting in the back, and everybody's so getting along.
You know what they gotta do? Beware.
Oh, look at episode 3 of Survival of the Cuntest. Beware.
So, yeah. So she told people different stories. She told she was gonna do it for her girlfriend, and then she started bartering her actual stuff.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, I respect it.
Yeah.
That's a good game move.
Mm-hmm.
She did... I don't know the actual time. It seemed like she did it fairly quickly. She got it done.
Yeah, it seemed like it was very...
They didn't even have to go to tribal, so she had a long time.
Even if they fucked up this challenge... you have to be ready.
Right. So, last episode, Vessi... Cody got it, after challenge lost.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so he only had,
he's like, fuck, let me get this hat. Let me get this hat. Let me get this hat together, girl.
Right. Which I still want. I didn't see it this episode.
So, you want to describe what the challenge was?
So, the challenge. They were in the ocean on little rafty things.
Mm-hmm.
3 people. So, there's 5 people competing. Gay Boy sat out of blue.
And he did the smart thing.
He checked the bench.
Gio. Yeah, he checked the bench. He said,
you respect him.
Yeah. It's either I respect him or I want to fuck him.
Right.
But it's respect. It's
respect. He did check the bench.
He did check, which was really smart. That's what we were talking about last episode. It's like, check. You have to check.
So the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
3 people were on the end, and 2 people were waiting for the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
They had to jump in the water, unlatch a buoy that had a key on it, and then swim to the last platform and in one at a time.
Yeah. And then finish the puzzle. The turtle puzzle. So all the tribes were very even when they got to the turtle puzzle. Yeah. Within a few seconds of each other. Yeah. And then the winners would get a big toolkit,
a large toolkit and fruit, and then the second place got a smaller toolkit and less fruit.
Yeah. And the last tribe loses their flint and a member. And go to tribal council. Yeah.
So Noelle.
Yeah.
And Vessi.
Yeah.
She's one of the people on the platform.
Mm-hmm. Because she sat out
takes
last
her leg
time.
off.
Yeah.
Just drops it on the platform.
Yeah.
And goes,
hey,
I need to be held up.
At the end of the night,
yeah.
After I do drag, I take off my tits.
Hey, do it. It's not the same thing, but do it. Before you jump in the water, would you take your leg off?
No.
Neither. It's attached. But I thought she proved herself as a competitor.
I think that was also part of the storyline of this episode, was that she's proving that she's a good physical competitor, which I think we both knew because she was a Paralympian. Yeah. So it's like, I never doubted that she couldn't compete in these challenges.
But I think they need to see it.
Yeah.
Firsthand.
Yeah.
And I think that did wonders for her, her game.
And it boosted her up, because once they got to the puzzles and NECA couldn't do it, it actually probably boosted her more up in their heads.
Right.
NECA and dropped her down.
Foreshadowing.
So,
Baka wins first.
Yes! I'm Team Baka, but they're terrible. They're terrible.
Coco wins second.
Uh-huh.
And Vessi loses again.
And goes to tribal council.
And then right away, Jeff's like, here's your Mooney idol. Okay, Baka, choose one person from Vessi to go on a special adventure.
Mm-hmm.
They pick Noelle. Noelle's pissed.
I would be too in that position before everything happened.
I think anyone on that tribe would have been pissed because they're missing out on talking, and they're going to tribal council.
You're missing out on talking, and at this point, you're in the bottom of the
social game. Yeah, she's at the bottom of the ladder,
and they didn't know that. They didn't know that she just got chosen randomly, right?
Right.
Damn.
And then they chose James from Coco, and then Owen wanted to do it, so they picked Owen from their own tribe. Owen goes, I'm going, Jeff.
Oh. Who went last time in that tribe? I can't remember. Gabler. Oh, yeah, huh. Do you think he was going to see if Gabler was telling the truth, or do you think he just wanted to go?
I think he just wanted to go. I don't think they knew what was coming.
Okay.
Then they get taken away.
We get taken off.
And we see that it's the same thing. The three people from one person from each tribe kind of get to talk and get to know each other a little bit.
And then they Noelle opens up and talks about how she's at the bottom of her tribe. She didn't know what was happening, and she was ready to make a deal with the other two to be the three at the merge, and if they allow her to have this. And I wonder why they agreed, just to be nice.
I think Owen and James both
didn't want to lose their vote.
I think Owen didn't want to lose his vote, and I think Owen and James both think they're safe in their tribe where they don't need an advantage at this point.
If I was on Coco tribe, I would be chilling.
I'd be like, risk? No, thank you.
Yeah, I'd be chilling.
But Noelle, I think, played a good social game and convinced them for sure.
And she got the fucking advantage and jumped her from last place to first place in her tribe.
I don't think it's first place.
Look at what happened.
I think she's in the top 3 of the 4. I think right now Dwight's at the bottom.
Okay.
Well, NECA went home. Spoiler alert. NECA's at the very bottom.
Kevin, I can't believe you just spoiled the whole episode.
Dwight, Noelle, James, Cody. I think Cody's still at the top. I think he's fun and people enjoy him. I don't think anyone's like... I don't even think right now, because I think Veronica, or whatever her name was, that left last week, she was the only one after
James. Veronica?
I don't know her name.
Okay.
I don't know her name. Was the only one after James.
We skipped over Vessi's tribe, and then because once after the challenge was done, NECA came back and was saying that she was sorry since she let the tribe down.
Right. So going back, Noelle is still at the adventure.
Yeah.
And NECA.
And everybody's talking. I think
that was more of a group situation.
I know, but I mean, like, after that, like, everybody started talking on their own, as in, like, Jesse and Cody were talking about, like, well, what does NECA bring, and, like, what does Noelle bring?
He's all, well, Cody's all like, well, this was a puzzle, and she was confident, and this is the second time she's failed at a puzzle.
But
NECA's the reason they lost last time. She's the reason they lost this time. But
then Cody thought about it and was like, we have the numbers. I think at the end of the day, even if we keep falling in the bottom, if we have those 3, we're still safe.
That's how I would have played it.
Jesse.
The 3 of us. But then again, they're smart. They know that Noelle could have had something and didn't tell them. And they talked about that in Tribal.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I would have thought that too. I don't trust anyone. Especially if they leave and come back.
Do you trust me?
You would have told me.
Do you think I would have told you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your mistake.
Oh, mama.
Mama.
No, I don't trust people that leave and come back. And say, oh, I didn't take the advantage. You're on the bottom rung of the tribe.
Or lie and say, what if she lied and said, we took the advantage and I lost my vote? And then we get to the tribal council.
They would have been like, show me.
Really?
Because Dwight brought it back and showed him they lost the vote.
But then she also said, you could check everything, I just didn't bring it. Let me see that leg. Let me see that hand over the leg.
Let me see the foot cave. What'd she call it? She called it like a... I think it was a foot cave.
I don't remember.
Anyway, okay, so she tells everybody, Noelle tells everybody she didn't get anything. Mm-hmm. And then she pulls Dwight aside and lets him know that she got an advantage.
I think a smart move.
And what her advantage was
to take somebody's vote away.
She can steal a vote and then use their vote and vote twice, essentially.
Yeah.
Which...
I think it was smart to tell Dwight.
I don't.
I mean, I think in this episode, in my head, at this point, I honestly didn't see NECA going home. I thought Jesse was going to play smart and keep the numbers and send home Dwight.
I did too.
But, so in this point in the episode, I thought it was smart for Noelle to tell Dwight that they were going to, that she had an extra vote so that Dwight didn't switch up on her and so that they think that they have the power too.
I understand what you're saying. But I don't think in the long run, him knowing or not knowing changes anything for her.
Why? Why do you think that? I think it really saved her. I mean,
because she's smart enough to play the game. He's an idiot. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't think he needed to know that she had an advantage. Maybe tell that you got an advantage, but don't tell him what it is. I think maybe that.
But then that's kind of weird if I was like, I got an advantage. What is it?
I don't know. You lied already.
I don't know. This pussy.
Just say, I got an extra vote. I thought she was going to use it tonight.
I thought she was going to.
And I thought she was going to waste it and change the Noelle votes that weren't Noelle votes to NECA.
I thought she was going to use it tonight as well.
So,
but
she
then
didn't.
We go to Tribal Council and we see
Jeff.
What she does with it. We see Jeff, and you got a lot to say about Jeff. Here's Jeff talk, everybody. Jeff talk from Kevin.
So, Jeff has, I don't know, I didn't watch season 41 or 42. He's aged. Sorry, Jeff, I know you listen.
As we all do.
But, like get some Botox. Get a facelift.
He has so much Botox. I don't know about a facelift, but
I don't know,
so
but,
much Botox.
he's really puffy. And, he needs to dye his hair darker because it's too light. It used to be really dark.
It used
early
to be black.
seasons.
Yeah, I seen that. I started going
back. And now
back.
it's, light brown. And I'm like, no, Jeff, you look old.
I mean, I think that's the point. I think he knows he looks older, so he's like, if you're older, my hair's not going to be jet black anymore. It's going to be, a little brown.
It's a Hollywood.
But, if he didn't dye his hair, it would just be...
It'd probably be
dark white, yeah.
And I'm okay with that, too.
Really?
Ooh,
you would rather him be...
I don't want him to be in the middle. I don't want to see an in-between.
You don't want that. You don't like that.
Be old or be young.
What's the cutoff age from old to young?
He's old.
So Jeff's age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so back to Tribal Council. So Jeff raises the question because Jesse was confused on everybody's scale of how confident they were. Mm-hmm. So 1 to 10. 1 weren't confident in knowing what was going on, and 10 being
this is
very
also
confident.
where we learned Jesse does analytics. It's
he does surveys. I used to do surveys too, and he was right. Other people's scales don't work. You need to set scale.
Yeah.
So everybody had the same scale, and I think Dwight said 9.
I said 9, and then somebody said pretty sure, and then Jesse was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, no, when they fixed the
I know.
scale,
I just want
Dwight
to bring
was
that
9,
up.
Cody was 9, NECA was 9.5, Jesse was 10, and then Noelle said 5. When she said 5, I was like, "Ooh, she's not using it."
Really?
That's when I realized she wasn't going to use it.
Because I thought she was playing. I didn't think she was telling the truth. After the episode, she was telling the truth.
Right.
But in that moment, I thought she was trying to throw everybody off.
That could be true as well. But it ended up being 4 to 1. I watched the credits, saw everybody's vote.
Yeah. So Cody was the only one that voted Noelle.
No. NECA.
No, sorry. Cody was the only one voted NECA.
No, everybody voted NECA except NECA. NECA voted Noelle. Are you okay? Mama.
So NECA doesn't vote for herself, period.
NECA didn't... I don't think you're allowed to vote for yourself.
I don't think so. Okay, wait, but in that moment, I was completely gagged because I thought the most exciting part of this episode was the tribal council vote reading because I honestly didn't see NECA going home. I thought Jesse and
when I saw 2 votes for NECA,
that I thought that was Noelle and Dwight.
Right. Well, it was. It was. They showed no. I saw the ones that said NECA.
Yeah.
The wrong spelling was Noelle's, and the right spelling was Dwight's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and then the one for Noelle
was NECA.
Yeah, and then I thought, because they only showed
they only showed 3 votes.
They only showed 3 votes.
Well, 4 technically.
Yeah, but I thought that was Jesse, and then I also kind of thought that I thought in my head Cody voted for Noelle, and so in my head, this explains so much more. So I was so confused. I guess I didn't know I was confused until right now. But right. I thought Jesse flipped on Cody.
I thought it was going to be 3-2, but then when I looked, it was 4-1.
Oh, okay. So I need to
right.
stay for the whole thing.
You do.
Okay. I thought Jesse flipped on Cody, and that's why in the beginning of our podcast, I thought Cody was in the bottom because I thought Jesse switched on him.
No,
Which was weird. No. I don't understand why they would do that. Like, you had the numbers in your tribe. If you fell into the bottom again, which you might, because you fell into it twice, you're safe.
And you merge into other tribes with more people.
Yeah, and at this point,
because they're probably going to pick buffs. That's usually how they do it. They like repick buffs,
random.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They repick a buff, and then the tribes are formed. It's not like schoolyard. Back in the day, they used to be like, I want that person, and then that person picks the next time that tribe picks, and it goes back. It's a whole deal. The schoolyard pick. They've done eggs.
Okay.
With the color.
Thank you for demonstrating. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So I don't understand how this. I don't understand how this tribe. I don't understand how this tribe, Vesti's tribe, is playing the game. They're playing it so flip floppy and so crazy.
We can talk about all the tribes really being flip floppy and horrible.
I think Baka,
no one's really playing the game.
I think everybody's playing their own game right now, which is like very
it's weird,
very like not good. It's not good games. They're all playing their own, but all pretty bad games.
Right. I don't think this is the weirdest season of Survivor that I've ever seen.
Really?
Like, it's usually very tribe driven in the beginning.
Yeah.
Until you have to go to tribal council. But like when they come back, it's still like tribe driven.
Yeah.
And it's very disconnected in my opinion.
I think they all think that they're further in the season than they are. You know what I mean? I think they're playing like they're already at the merge, but it's like, no, that's a different level of the game.
Right.
This is the first round. That's the second round, and that's where you really go hard. You know?
Individual immunity?
Mm-hmm.
That's when people fight.
Mama.
Well. I can't do that.
You can't?
Anyway.
Roll your R's. That was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
I'm proud of you.
Don't be. So, what are you looking forward to seeing in Survivor?
Good
like
games.
This season. Like, what do you want to see?
I want to
see eating something gross. Like a bug. They used to do those back in the day.
Oh yeah, like a 1x1 eating contest.
Yeah.
I want to see, outside of a contest, because I really do enjoy the challenges.
A good endurance challenge.
Yeah, they usually do those in the immunity or the individual immunities. But I think I want to see socially. I want to see a very strong, group of people that like, alliance. I want to see a very strong alliance where they're like really attacking.
Well, I think that's gonna happen as soon as they shuffle the tribes up.
I think so too.
Because then there's gonna be people from all tribes.
I wonder what the producers are thinking watching this back, and they're like,
they're probably sleeping.
They're like, fuck, we need to do something to make this interesting.
Right. I don't know. But I know due to COVID that they probably can't bring family out. I don't know if they did that in the last season.
I can't remember.
It's weird.
I don't think so. Or I think it might have been like they went on a trip and then they had the family videos. Like a family like, oh my god, I love you.
Like a Zoom call?
Like, no, like a video. Like they sent a video of them like, good job.
That's stupid. Still the same. Like, if I was on Survivor or Big Brother even, I don't want to hear from anyone.
Why?
I don't need to. It's a distraction. But I don't want like a video that's like emotional or something like that, because that's a distraction from my game.
You really think so?
Yeah.
I think I could watch a video and be like, "Oh, thank you. What's next?"
Well, people will think I'm cold.
Oh.
I would do that on TV. Oh. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't want the distraction. Like, I wouldn't want them to, like, reach out to my mother or my father to write me a letter, because, I mean, I don't correspond with them in real life, and I don't want them in that life, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think it's a distraction, but it's a tactic.
That's a tactic on reality TV.
Reality show tactic to emotion or get emotion out of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And I really want to, like, actually start looking at, like, videos of past contestants and kind of see, like, the behind the scenes of it. Like, I want to understand how much the producer's hands go into the storylines. You know what I mean?
I do. And, like, especially, like, I asked a few people for, like, Drag Race. And they're like, oop, can't talk about it. But, like, they're still under contract.
But you talk about, I mean, I've listened to past contestants and, like, a whole bunch of other stuff that they've been on. And, like, you can tell how much of hands-on it is. Like, we're setting up this challenge to be next because we want that person to be in the bottom. But I don't understand. I can't see that really working so well on Survivor. For
Survivor, all the challenges are preset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when they're going to be.
Maybe that in the beginning, but maybe immunity challenge and probably maybe is like, okay, maybe we want that person because they give us something for the show. So we'll do a challenge that makes sense for them to, like, at least win, maybe.
I don't know. Outside that I'm aware of, that I've heard, is, like, medicine and feminine hygiene products are provided. That's the only outside sourcing that I know happens. Everything else is they're on the island and fending for themselves.
Okay. I want to also know how they do the bathroom. Because why can't you go look for an immunity? Why can't you say, I'm going to the bathroom?
I don't know where the bathroom is. I'm not aware of...
I think they're sitting on their bathroom. I think that is the bathroom. Like, they have to just go into the middle of the forest.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's, like, a toilet. Or I think they're shitting in the ocean and...
Oh, you just squat in the ocean and shit.
Well, I don't know if it's technically the ocean, but I mean, they're shitting, like, in a hole, covering it up. Yeah. And then going and washing themselves or whatever. And
that's
I think they get toilet paper too. I believe that was on the list of things that they are provided.
But so in my head, why isn't anybody's strategy to be like, I'm going to the bathroom and then go look?
I don't think, because we've never heard them talk about the bathroom on the show that I'm aware of. I think it's a separate thing outside the show.
Porta potties?
I don't think it's porta potty. But I think it's not part of the show. So if they are talking about, I'm going to the bathroom, I think they edit that out. Like, they don't show us that.
But they record, and somebody's watching.
Someone's always, Big Brother, there's one in the toilet.
I know.
Not in the toilet, but, like, in the bathroom. In the bathroom, like, pointed at the whole room. It's a small room. It's just a toilet. It's not like, so. And in the showers.
Could you shit being recorded?
No. That's probably why I haven't been on Big Brother yet, because...
It'll be gnarly to record all of that.
I'm just like, sorry about it.
you're like on the pod just sweating, just like...
They're just in case people go in and, like, start talking.
Yeah.
Closing a door kind of thing.
Yeah. Fucking in the bathroom.
Fucking in the bathroom. No, I haven't seen that.
I have.
On Big Brother?
I have.
On Big Brother?
Yeah.
In the shower?
Uh-huh.
I've not seen that. I've seen people jerking off in the shower.
Uh-huh.
And then fucking
That's another
covers.
thing. Do you think they jerk off in the island? I don't think so.
Probably.
Somehow.
In the water?
I don't think so. Do you think people... I think somebody has to have. But also at the same time, it's like... I think I would be too focused on what's happening around
But
me.
I can ask. I know someone that was on Survivor.
Milo?
No.
Oh.
He was on, like, 15 years ago. But I'll ask. But Big Brother, one of the guys openly talked about. He like went into one of the like outside like those bins that like are seats. It was big enough for him to get in and he jerked off in it.
Smart.
Yeah. But they got rid of those. So, yeah.
Well, that's
anyway,
been the
on
episode.
that note.
On that note, that was this episode of I Want to Sign the Divorce Papers.
But it's episode 3 of
Survival of the Contest.
Contest.
All right. Thank y'all for listening.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Serpentina.
And I'm Milo. Woo!
Thank you, Azutana.
Talk to you soon.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.